URC round number 14, folks. Leinster hosting the Scarlets. It's a comfortable enough Leinster win, 36 points to 19. I'm a little bit sad for the Scarlets. They couldn't get a fourth try. It might have been nice to see them walk away with this, point from this game, but not to be for them. For Leinster, it's that kind of win where they got maximum points from it, scored a bunch of tries, but even the commentators were moaning that, they're not good enough. Disjointed, not slick enough. None of these are quotes, but that's kind of the main idea of what the commentary team was saying. I don't think it's too bad. These guys are not long back from the Six Nations, still getting back into the swing of things. They came back after an initial period of pressure and put 36 points on. If they'd kicked better goals, this game would have looked a lot worse on the scoreboard, but they only kicked 3 out of the 6 conversions. So, some points left out there for Leinster, but it's a, predicted win, but maybe the manner of the win was not quite as the predictions might have gone. Took a long time. The game was long. Benetton away to Glasgow kicked off at the same time and finished about 10 minutes before this game. This game was played at when it was going, it was fine, but when there were breaks, they were long and ponderous. I could have used some shorter breaks in this game. One TMO call in particular took an age. They did give the try. They turned the decision over, which I guess is the right result. But geez, it took a long time. I would have liked it to move a bit quicker at times in this game. Scarlets would have liked to convert more from their early pressure. They walked away with 7 points from about 20 minutes of not quite relentless pressure, but it was largely they had 70% possession in the first 20 minutes, and Leinster ended up getting a guy in the bin. They were giving away that many penalties. It was all the Scarlets early. Leinster's defence held out at maul time. They were winning turnovers. They finally did get the first try through Joe Roberts. I think it was Johnny Williams with a little kick through, grubber. They got the try time after the maul had got advantage, so they knew they got a free play, and they took it. At that time, the penalty count was 6-0 against Leinster, and Deeney got himself sent to the bin for an early drive at maul defence time, and that was just a case of too many penalties conceded by Leinster. But 7 points to 0. Scarlets are looking pretty good value. They're going relentless. They're going offloads. They're getting advantage line carries. What they're not getting is more scores, though. Like Tommy O'Brien getting over the ball and winning a turnover as his team are under pressure. Like the winger moonlighting as a bit of a loose forward with crack and play. And then it probably starts to go wrong for Scarlets when they get themselves a couple of yellow cards. Joe Roberts gets one for a deliberate knock-on. That leads to JJ Kenny going very close, 14 against 14. And then not too long later, they get themselves a second yellow card, the Scarlets. So 15 against 13. Do you think Leinster are going to score? Leinster are going to score. The first one comes through Ringrose. The forwards go up the guts. The backs finish it off. It's Leinster on the board, but I don't think anyone would have picked it to take 28 minutes for Leinster to get on the board against the Scarlets. But like I said, the Scarlets came out of the blocks firing. So the fact that they only conceded 7 points, Leinster, during that period of pressure, I think you got to give them some credit. As I said, the commentators were kind of laying into them at the end of the game for not being good enough. But anyway, it's 7 points apiece with that try. And then they still got the man advantage, 15-14, because one of the Scarlets' yellow card has expired. And Leinster are able to get another one. Kenny does get his first of 2. That guy's really quick. I like that in Ballacoon during the Six Nations. Just a pacey winger. There's something great. We've got a guy here in Super Rugby at the moment playing for a not very good team in the Highlanders, but Caleb Tangitau, if you see his highlights, he is lightning quick. Something about guys who are lightning quick just gives them opportunities other guys don't have. So JJ Kenny seems to be one of those players. Again, quick hands. I think the wide pass from Sheehan to Kenny finishes it off. But missed conversion, 12 points to 7. And then maybe my favourite highlight of the first half is just the Leinster scrum pushing the Scarlets off the ball. It's so rare to see it happen that way, where a team on the feed just gets absolutely obliterated off their ball. And there's no penalty from it. There's no collapse. It's just a change of possession. It was scrum thing of beauty stuff. But no more scoring. So it's a tight game at halftime, only a 5-pointer. The Scarlets have had more possession, 63%, more territory, 56%. The penalty count has evened up, though. It was 6-0 against Leinster, and it was 6-5 by halftime. So it was all one way and then all another. Kicks from hand is 25-16. Scarlets were trying a lot of kind of dinky cross kicks to get around this Leinster rush defence, and it was getting them some space at times. Leinster, I think, will be a little bit disappointed with when they did get the ball. They were not, I don't know, not as comfortable with it as they could have been. Like 12 turnovers conceded in one half is probably too many. Second half, though, Leinster go to work. Starts with a bit of a hiss and a roar. Again, cross kick of their own. Sheehan within a big carry. They finish that one out wide. That one is 17-7. And it's a quick fire double. Tommy O'Brien gets his second one. He's just scored a few minutes earlier. Line out stolen. Osborne up the guts. Wide ball again. And Tommy O'Brien gets his second. So 22-7. At that point, I'm thinking this is pretty much game over. Leinster are going to run away with this. But to the Scarlets' credit, they did kind of stay in it to a degree. I mean, 36-19 is not... It's not within touching distance. But they didn't kind of roll over and get 50, 60 points put on them. Tom Rogers got one. Made it back within 2 scores. He got one out wide, which was kind of much needed after being camped in Leinster's 22 for quite some time. Then we get the Deegan try, which has that very long TMO look. Like the ref said that she'd seen it over the line but not grounded, and the TMO could see it was grounded but I guess not over the line, so between the two of them they come to the conclusion that is it a try. So good close range forwards try for Deegan, 29-12. Like I said, right decision, just took a very long time to come to that conclusion. Max Douglas got one back for the Scarlets. Like I said, they kept pushing back. It was a wee snipe from their replacement scrum half. That was a nice one for the big man to get a try. Archie Hughes, as I said, set it up. So 29-19. Back to that 10-point game. But Leinster, they are, as I said, getting the commentary team moaning about how they are not fully firing. And as they are moaning, JJ Kenny gets his second out wide. Beautiful wide ball. 36-19. Scarlets were chasing that 4th try bonus point. But as I said, Tommy O'Brien... other ideas, gets himself a turnover at the breakdown. So yeah, it's a 36-19 win for Leinster. They were put under some pressure. They handled it pretty well defensively. Once they cleaned up their discipline, they went to work, got themselves 6 tries, missed a few conversions, and to the Scarlets' credit, they fired the odd counterpunch, which was not quite enough for a point. So, entertaining game of rugby. Just wish it had been played at a slightly higher pace in terms of the stoppages, not the actual game in playtime. Line breaks is 6-5. To Leinster, so pretty tight. Turnovers conceded 19-13, so it was 12 in the first half by Leinster, 19 total, so a lot better in terms of their handling of the ball. Possession still finishes with the Scarlets, 58%. Penalty counts 10-9, so pretty even at the end of the day. A fair few kicks from the Scarlets, 37. It's high for a URC match. Leinster with 30. Individuals, Josh van der Fleer tackled the house down with 23. Tommy O'Brien topped the meters with 70. Blair Murray beat 6 defenders. He's still a bit of a live wire. And Fletcher Anderson really busy in the loose forwards for the Scarlets with 24 carries. But yeah, that's the game. Entertaining one. I was going to get up to watch the Sharks against Cardiff earlier, but it was at 6 a.m. and the sky was still very dark when I woke up. So I continued to sleep and watch this one. But yeah, entertaining stuff. You guys take care of yourselves. Subscribe to the channel if you want to chat some more URC. And that's what you guys get to. See you later.